Keeping your emergency fund safe from inflation is a challenge many retirees face, especially in times of economic uncertainty. With inflation creeping higher, the value of your savings can quickly erode, and that emergency fund that was meant to protect you might not be as secure as it once was. If you're an American retiree looking to protect your hard-earned wealth, you're not alone. In this video, we'll go through some practical strategies to ensure your emergency fund remains a reliable safety net in the face of inflation. But before we dive in, if you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, click the first link in the description below to discover why thousands of Americans are opening gold IRAs to secure their finances. It's a game changer, and this free guide will give you all the info you need. Now, let's talk about your emergency fund. First, let's establish what we're working with. An emergency fund is meant to be easily accessible cash for unforeseen situations like medical expenses or home repairs. But the problem is, when inflation rises, that cash is losing value the longer it sits around. The first step to keeping your emergency fund safe is to reconsider where you're holding that cash. Traditional savings accounts or low-interest CDs are simply not keeping up with inflation. You might think your savings are secure, but as inflation rises by 3-5% annually, your money could be losing value without you even realizing it. You might want to explore alternatives that offer better returns, but this is where most retirees get stuck, unsure of the right move to make. One option you might consider is Treasury Inflation Protected Securities, or TIPS. TIPS are government bonds that increase in value with inflation, meaning they can help protect the purchasing power of your emergency fund. But keep in mind, while TIPS are a solid option, they still may not provide the same level of security and growth potential as other investments, especially if you're sitting on a large amount of savings. Which brings me to something you might not have considered: gold IRAs. If you have over 100 KAs in your IRA or 401k, or even 5 MI plus in savings, a gold IRA could be your best solution for long-term protection. Gold has historically been a hedge against inflation. Unlike paper currencies, gold tends to hold its value or even appreciate during times of economic turmoil. When the dollar weakens, gold typically strengthens. Why does this matter for your emergency fund? Well, if your money is tied up in a gold IRA, it's not only secure from inflation, but it also offers you the flexibility to withdraw it when you need it, just like your emergency fund, but with the added benefit of inflation protection and growth. And the beauty is that you don't have to worry about your gold devaluing like cash sitting in a savings account. Now, if you're not yet considering a gold IRA, think about this. Every year, inflation chips away at the value of your cash savings, but gold has been one of the most stable investments over the long term. The sooner you start, the sooner your emergency fund can benefit from this protection. If you're interested in learning more about how you can safeguard your wealth, click the first link in the description for the free guide that thousands of Americans are using to open gold IRAs today. To summarize, the key to keeping your emergency fund safe from inflation is moving it out of traditional low-interest accounts and considering investments that will hold or grow your money. Treasury bonds can help, but nothing beats the protection and stability of a gold IRA, especially when inflation is on the rise. Remember, if you have 100K plus or more in your IRA or 401k, or if you've saved over $5 million, a gold IRA could be the smartest decision you make to protect your wealth. If you're serious about making your emergency fund work harder for you, click that link in the description below for a free guide to gold IRAs. Stay safe, and don't let inflation rob you of the wealth you've worked hard to build.